What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Tony D2 Wild checking in once again, back in the building. Got 'em early. Woo. Man, we got some bangers, y'all. We got some bangers. What's good, everybody in the building, man? Today, guys, we got some dope pickups that I've been looking forward to get my hands on. And the first one right off the rip. This has been one that I've seen for quite some time. Never personally owned a pair, but this might be my first. The Nike Air Diamond Turf Ravens. Guys, this upcoming Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to be giving away a pair of free Jordan 3 Koreas over on Whatnot. All you got to do right now, guys, is check out the link down below in the description, sign up for the app. And when you make your first purchase on the app, you'll also get a $15 credit that you can buy anything from anywhere over on the app. Using the link down below in the description and signing up for my Whatnot. I'll be going live though on Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm gonna be doing giveaways. We're gonna be doing $1 fits. We got some clothing. We might even do some $1 sneakers while we're at it. Come and pull up and enjoy the show and get some steals or some deals from your boy, Tony D2 Wild. Check out the link down below, sign up, and I'll see y'all at 8 p.m. on Friday night. Today, guys, we have here a classic in the making, and this is the Nike Air Diamond Turf. These are set to release on May 30th for a retail price point of $150. And the last time we saw this particular pair was back in 2010. Now, we know that Deion Sanders and his son have been all over the news lately for the draft and whatnot, but Deion Sanders himself has remained a part of this culture, especially in the sneaker realm, as well as just as a football coach, football player, and just for the love of the sport in general. But the Air Diamond Turf now has finally made its debut back into the lineup, with the DT Max 96 being kind of what led it. Now we are seeing more and more of these Diamond Turfs starting to pop up, and some people prefer these more than the DT Maxes, and it's up to you on however you just, which one you like more. I like them both, I would say, but I do think these are even more OG, of course, for the obvious reasons. Originally, these were built, of course, like as a trainer for multi-sports and whatnot, and it's held its own and it's been a classic ever since. And you can see a lot of what was on here that later on moved on onto the DT Max itself, especially like with the 4 strap on the top right there. But these are extremely fire, guys. Obviously, they go after the Ravens colorway, so you see majority of the shoe overall is black. You have that hints of gold and then that purple on the bottom. So a lot of those Baltimore fans out there, you got gold on the back, will definitely want to jump on this one. But even as a just regular sneaker collector, this colorway black and purple is definitely a very, very nice overall mixture. And what stands out immediately when actually getting this shoe, the first thing I noticed is the material utilized on here, which is a very, very, very nice overall, I would say, nubuck upper. It's not rough. It's almost has like a spongy type feeling to it, very smooth. You can glide over the top. Sometimes you have those suedes or those durabucks. Sometimes you have those nubucks or durabucks that are very rough and dry. This has almost like a moist-like feel to it. It's very, very nice, but it is not fluffy and plush like as if you're having on a suede, but it is a very nice and soft feeling that I would say is closer to, it's not suede, but it's a very nice nubuck. It's not a rough one. I know the previous one we saw these was, I believe, the Atlanta Falcons version that dropped that did fairly well for the most part. I think that these will do well as well. We have seen that the DT Maxes, they initially dropped, sold out, and they've been dropping new colorways back to back to back. And for the most part, hit or miss, but they usually still tend to do pretty well. A couple lingerers you could probably get on sale and whatnot like that, but I think that this one in particular will probably do well. At least I think they're going to be dope. And if they go below retail, then so be it. It will be a steal for someone out there to go and grab it. I think that these though are clean. These are classic. And even though they are kind of all black, only the parts that are not, the bottom itself, it's still a old school classic for people out there that have wanted a pair of these to come back. And now, 15 years later, we're finally seeing the Raven colorway come back in full effect. So I'm looking right now just on the secondary market as far as like how these are actually doing, in like a size 8.5 right now. If you want to buy it, they're going for $128. These retail for $150. So the first pair is they call them the 49ers. I swear they were the Falcons, but look, they've been called the 49ers. They've been called the Falcons. But obviously, I believe they're the Falcons because I don't think he played for the 49ers when they actually came out. And I wanted to go and confirm, like, I don't know what the mishap is, but obviously Yes, in 2025, the pair that dropped was being called the 49ers. He played for the Falcons in 93. I don't know where the confusion is with this, but just go look on the internet yourself, because I'm calling it the Falcons and the people are going to be correcting me saying it's the 49ers. If I call it the 49ers, people are going to be correcting me saying it's the Falcons. I don't know what the hell's going on, okay? But I do know that in 93 he played for the Falcons, so the colorway matches the Falcons, technically white, black, and red. I mean, I do know that the 49ers have a little bit of that color as well, but not that black. But yeah, let's have a comment about that down below in the comment section, if anything. With that said, though, May 30th, these more than likely are going to go below retail at this point, because the Falcons are sitting at $125. These will probably sit and be able to be got at that $125. I don't see why these will do any better if those didn't do much as well. Now, currently looking at the market right now, I'm looking at it, and my size right now, 8.5, is going for $187. So it's going for over $30 right now at the sell price, but nobody has bought it. The last sale was $193. So people are buying them right now slightly above that retail price. So, hey, the Falcons are now going below retail. These are going above retail. They haven't released yet though. So who's to say May 30th, we got another 2 weeks, those prices might go down a little bit, and then we might see it go for a little bit less. You just got to kind of wait and see. So yeah, looking today, man, 193, 205, 213, 197, 206, 216, 204. Right now they're being sold, and this is all from the 10th to the 12th, going at $200 right now for this sneaker. Just wait though, because as I said, as the time gets closer, we'll get more information on whether or not that's going to stay and people are doing that. Really, it's all up to the consumers. If they stop buying and paying those prices, the prices will go down. But if people continue to buy them, they're going to stay up. With that said, the Falcons 49ers colorway is below retail right now, which is another iconic colorway. That could end up being the case here with these. We just going to have to kind of wait and see. I personally would tell you to wait before you go pay resale for any of this, because this could go down. We'll just have to wait and see. We'll be doing a review on this very soon. When we do the review, we'll get some updated information for you guys and girls out there. So with that said, stay tuned for this Air Diamond Turf Ravens. Next up, we got one I've been really looking forward to checking out, man. I remember the first one I liked a lot. Was a little bit more clear, you know, a little bit more basic, but I actually liked the symbolism behind it, the material behind it, and the price point behind it. But this one far exceeds that. And this is the Air Force One and Yachty collab, Lucky Green. Now, before we get into that, I want to say for these though, these may be a cop for me. These might be a cop, not depending on the market value, depending on if I want to get it at retail, wait a couple of days and see if I can get it below retail. I might have to hop on that. Bam! The Air Force One Yachty, aka Concrete Boys, Lucky Green. Set to release on May 22nd for a retail price point of $130. This is the second colorway coming out of the Concrete Boys collaboration. The first one, of course, some people were saying was pretty basic. I think this one far exceeds it and takes it up 10 times the notch. And I think that, in all honesty, I think that Yachty had it planned that way. Because when those released, which was not that long ago, I don't think that Yachty dropped the first pair all white, saw people calling it basic, ran and made some crazy colorway and had Nike mass produce it that fast. I think this was all a part of the plan at the end of the day. Matter of fact, we can even check and see that for ourselves though. Let's just see. So I'm seeing these were made October 2024, October 30th, 2024. And the Concrete Boys released in December. So these were already being made when the first pair already released. But man, oh man, you have a fully upper patent leather, beautiful colorway combinations in my humble opinion. I mean, I really, really like it. It's something different. I don't own nothing like this type of color palette in my collection. But if you're from Atlanta, you understand what patent leather means, especially growing up in Atlanta, okay? Even growing up as a kid in the 2000s, right? The early 2000s, and, you know, Bape being a big time thing. Bape and Air Force One being both a big time thing, and also both dropping very big time sneakers in patent leather. And in Atlanta, at least for the most part, we loved it. I mean, a lot of us was going to the Metro Mart, flea market, you know, on Candler Road, Glenwood, or you might have been going to the Metro USA, like I was on Metropolitan. And I ain't gonna lie, we were copping the Bapes for 50 bucks. You go get you a clean fit for $100. Get you some Air Force Ones for $30, LRGT for 50 and some jeans for 30, you know, some Evisus. Were they legit? No, but did we care? Did people even think about that type of stuff back then? No, it was like the early 2000s. With that said though, there was tons of Bapes also coming in. Like there were, a lot of them were Fugazi too, believe it or not. But there was like Marvel, like I remember one of the homies had the Hulk. We had like, there was just so many different Bapes dropping that were patent leather, but then also you had the patent leather Air Force Ones and the see-through Air Force Ones that also feature that patent leather on it as well. And this just reminds me of those type of sneakers back then. We've had some patent leather Air Force Ones that have came out over time as well, and of course Jordan 1s and all that, but this kind of just has that old early 2000 type of look and appeal. And Yachty being someone that's come, you know, from Atlanta, and he's up in that upper age around my age, he kind of is more than likely 100%, without a doubt, kind of went through that same type of period that we did. And, you know, I would love to ask him if that was what, you know, was his inspiration. I might have to just DM him and just see if he replies back, because I would love to talk to him about it and kind of get his thoughts on this shoe in general and everything about it. But these off the rip are fire, man. Instant comp for me, definitely gonna be copping, and these are gonna be something I'm gonna be adding on. The inside also, for the most part at least, feels is like a leather, it's all leather on the inside, at least on this portion right here. Now the underside of the tongue and all that is not, and deeper into the shoe, the actual deeper portions of the shoe is not leather, but the actual heel cup itself is leather. It has It's Us on both insoles. Now the insole itself is leather as well. I had to make sure. So the insole itself is leather as well. You got the It's Us and then the It's Us on both pairs. Now I want to kind of, I'd have to go back and look and compare the two to the previous version if they changed anything on here. I would say also though, you got the Concrete Boys logo. It is popped out embroidered because it's sitting on top of that patent leather. The debossing Concrete Boys on the back portion here. The It's Us hang tag. Only thing this thing is missing, Yachty, bro, and I ain't trying to be a picky guy, and let me just confirm, is, man, I wish they would have gave you one more set of laces, and like they would have been red, bro. Some red laces, or even if they would have gave you the red and the orange, that'd be out, knocking it out the park. But I like the price point of $130, especially for it being a collab. You would think it would have to be $150. So I really like that. And I feel like the patent leather is a step above from what we got before. And we're paying the same exact price. And I hate saying those things because I don't want to give Nike the idea that, oh, Tony D would have spent $150. Oh, Tony D would have, and not saying, you know, Nike don't care about me, guys. I'm a little guy. I'm a shrimp, okay? But I don't want you guys thinking that, like, man, y'all boosting it up, y'all YouTubers boosting it up, and now Nike's boosting the price. Like, you know, I don't want to boost that up. On the box itself says Nike Us Force 1, Lucky Green / Mystic Red, 8.5, 10 on the bottom. Comes with that same type of style. Damn, my box is destroyed. With the logos on there. And for the most part, man, I mean, I feel like these are going to be, I don't think, I'm not going to say extremely limited, but I just think they're going to go pretty swell overall. Let me look up the market right now for these. Now, the first ones that dropped, the retail was $130. They're currently sitting at, my size at least, $30 over retail. Size 9 though is $9 over retail. So they're like not that high up over resale right now, depending on the size. Size 12, I see $153, so that's $20 over retail. And down, like I said, size 9 is $139 right now. But we already know that the Lucky Greens are gonna be probably more because they ain't releasing it till what, the 22nd. So yeah, right now, $342 is the buy it now price for my size. Last sale, we don't have no information on that. But if I go to last sales for anything, there's only been one sale so far, and I'm looking at StockX in particular, May 7th, $395. I would definitely wait. These probably gonna be a little bit more than those all white Concrete Boys just because they're patent leather. They got a lot more color going on with them. But just, once again, relax a little bit. We got a little bit of time. Let's see how the market plays out. Let's see how many pairs are actually releasing and see what, you know, if it's gonna be something that you can get manually or you're gonna have to put in some stupid work. But overall, man, these are clean as hell. This is, man, like, I definitely love the Jordan 1 UNC Reimagine. I definitely love the Jordan 4 White Cement that's coming out, you know, in the Korea 3s, but these right here, like, it's just the fact that the nostalgic vibes is fully there. Be on the lookout, full review coming on this ASAP Rocky. So don't worry, it's coming very, very soon. But these both are some big time bangers pickups for this week. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all as always, and I'm gonna see y'all on the next one. I'm out. Peace.